Hello, and once again, we are live with the Modern Mystery School UK and EU podcast and YouTube channel. And we are joined by the lovely Daniela. Daniela, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How about yourself?
Very well, very well.
Yeah.
And today I'm coming from a new location because we're here in Canada for the international programs. So I'm glad my internet is good at the hotel.
Yeah.
So we're good to go. So I would love to know, because your background is beauty, hair, makeup, it's that aesthetic tradition, which is actually, very key in our ancient tradition as well. So that, it's very the alchemical process of beauty and good, and what that brings to the world is much more than most people might understand on the surface. So I can kind of understand your draw to the magical world, actually, but but why would you want to walk the path of the ritual master? What was it that drew you to the ritual master path, and have you seen any benefits from it?
Yes, I think without knowing, I was always sort of drawn to walk this path because as a young child, I've always had, the questions, why are things the way they are? Like, why is there so much injustice? Why do people suffer? Why do people starve? Why is there war in this place? And therefore, I started to read a lot of books about philosophy, anthropology, biographies of leaders, like what is lacking that we have all these issues. And then sitting in Empower Thyself class, which is the next step after life activation, when my guide Cécile actually talked about the ritual master and warrior path, I sort of knew, this is what I want to do. Yeah, to sort of become a better person, to be more able and understanding of what is going on. And since the whole ritual master path is based on the Hermetic teachings, it sort of all clicked. And, when Epsissimus Dave shares these keys, I sort of knew this is why I'm here and this is what I'm meant to do, to learn and share.
Isn't that, I think it's so interesting that you say that, because it is that kind of knowing, or that even though we don't know what it is, it's like, I want that, or I'm interested in that, or something there for me. And I love that. It's that hearing that inner call, even when it might not make sense to the outside world.
Yes.
It's like, oh, this is for me.
Yes.
I love that. And you're so right in that it does address these key issues, why the world is the way it is, why there's so much injustice, and what we can actually do about it.
Exactly.
Which is bring so much peace, to us, I feel. So you're walking the ritual master path, and what do you feel it has brought you in your everyday life? Is it useful, or is it just this thing that we're doing on the side and it's kind of like just over here, or has it actually been useful?
It has been super useful on like all the lines. Because as I said, I was drawn to warrior path, and I was always a strong fighter. But what it showed me is how to learn to fight with your heart and from a place of knowing and discern. And, before you go on the ritual master path, you have to attend the Healer's Academy. And there I learned what it means to heal, because you can't necessarily fight well or for a long run if you haven't healed these things within yourself. And I would just repeat mistakes because I haven't healed from them. And this is what the whole path showed me, and to being able to hold that space and to remember the why I'm doing it. Because I've always a lot, around people in the beauty business. As a makeup artist, I've traveled, I was holding space without even knowing what I was doing, and often I felt depleted. And And therefore, you know, you sort of strengthen your vessel, your ability to stand your ground and to discern what is wrong and right, and when to step back and when to go out again to serve and share and fight for a better world.
So important, that healing. And then, you know, that 5 days is incredible at Healing Academy.
Yes.
And then being able to have the light of the life activation as a ritual master to share the light. And that's one of the ways that we can fight back.
Yes.
Is to bring light into people's lives, and it to stay with them. You know, even when we're gone, you know, it still stays with them. And that's
exactly.
So magical, so magical. I love that explanation, as well as, you know, I know you're very successful, you know, in your industry, and you know, being around people or in different areas, in different situations. I know a lot of people who love what they're doing, but say, yes, I get depleted, or I'm tired because of the interaction all the time. That is a really key thing, isn't it, with Ritual Master, that you can, you know, hold that space and lift others up.
Yes.
Rather than you depleting. That's amazing. What is, do you think that Ritual Master's for everybody, or do you think it's just for some people, or who, because we've got it coming up in October, and what you know?
No, I really think it's for everybody. And this is what I so appreciate, like, about the whole school and the past, that people come from all, you know, walks of life. But when we there, we sort of all share the same values and fight for the same thing. Yeah. But I just also felt like for me as an artist, like, you constantly have to reinvent yourself. And the artist industry is often very ego driven. And I realized if I create from a place of divine guidance, it's always fresh, it's always inspiring, it's timeless. And to sort of see these shifts in my work and the people around me, that was tremendous. So I do think it really is for everybody. I see it in the people, the way they change, the way they ask their questions. You sort of know when it's the time for them to process or to talk about it more.
I love that as well. I mean, my goodness, you're so right. It's like that divine inspiration coming through, because you've trained to be able to do that, you know, in the lineage. And then, of course, you bring that through. And honestly, as you know, we need more beauty and good in the world. We need that divine inspiration, because it lifts our spirit. You know, everything around us, if it's beautiful, the way that we take care of ourselves, if that's going to lift our spirit.
Yeah, and it's interesting you saying that, because I see so many clients when I ask them what is your ultimate goal in these beauty treatments, they all go for the same thing. I want that glow. I want to shine. I want like a dull, like healthy skin. And you know, you kind of know it's not just about the facial. It comes from a place within of peace and joy, and knowing who you are and carrying that light. Yeah.
I don't think you could have said that any better. I think, you know, that is a great advert for any beauty. It's not just, you know, receiving the beautiful, you know, treatment, life activation and initiation.
Exactly. Yes. Because you see how the people light up after life activation, and even when they come back several weeks, months later, you see their eyes are clearer, their skin is clearer, they have this sort of shine that I haven't seen from anywhere else. Also sitting in the programs, like if you see the pictures, if you're there yourself, you see how the people change. They look different all the way on the path. Every time I see, you know, my friends, I'm like, my gosh, like so many things shifted. You look completely different.
It's so funny, but we were having this conversation yesterday and about somebody asked another person how old they were, even though we've all known each other for like, 15 years. We couldn't work out how old they were, because we said, well, we just don't know, because we're changing all the time, and we kind of like reverse aging.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's tremendous fun. That's down to the the RM path and the healer's path. I for sure.
Absolutely. Yes.
My goodness. Well, our time has whizzed by, and I've loved that conversation. And hopefully you'll be willing to come back to the show at some point and share.
Yes, it would be my pleasure.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. And like all the love to Toronto.
Yeah, thanks.
Shame I couldn't be there, but next time.
Next time.
Yes, exactly.
It's time.
All right.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Take care for now. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.